So you have Casey Anthony, she could kill her own child, and she gets away. You got O.J. Simpson, he kills his wife, he gets away with it. You got George Zimmerman, kills Trayvon Martin, he gets away with it. And even here in Louisville, you got Joshua Young, who was, with his father and helped kill this poor boy, Trey Wicker, in May 2011. And the people that he was acquitted by a jury, and so somewhat, I don't know. They're wrong, right? They got it wrong. Zimmerman murdered somebody. OJ murdered somebody. Casey Anthony murdered somebody. And with the case of Joshua Young, I feel for him. He's a young man. He's 17 years old. But what had happened was him and his father. I think this is my take on the situation. That the father at first, who had killed Trey Wicker, was blaming Joshua. Said Josh did the whole time. It was him, and him. The father, Gooker, some man named Gooker, who's in prison right now, he's Joshua Gooker. This motherfucker was making sure he had alibis, right? He goes to the creek, takes Trey Wicker down there to talk about stealing the lighter and a plate of food or some shit, beats him with an old steel rod, and then throws the murder weapon away. And then that's it. So after he does that, right before then, he's with his wife, so he's got an alibi, and then he goes gets cigarettes, and you can see the surveillance video. So he's got alibis. So Joshua Gooker, from the word jump, has been masterminding this entire story, this entire murder, every bit of it. But he's in jail, and since his, oh, I didn't do it, it was my son did it. So that's what he was doing. He was trying to pin it on his son. So I feel like he probably took his son with him, and they both did it, right? But he's 17 years old, so he's being obedient. He's doing what what Daddy tells me to do. So murder is fucking wrong, but he gets acquitted and he gets sent away. Anyways, I'm just talking about on and on about this. I was actually going to compare it to my case, but the Joshua Young, he's acquitted, so he gets to run free and not held to any type of account. So I feel like there should be some sort of program, some sort of intervention, like don't kill people, right? So you don't murder people. And so, O.J. Simpson goes free, George Zimmerman goes free, Casey Anthony goes free, Joshua Young goes free, and they get me for menacing, right? My case, it was they charged me with assault of a police officer, so I'm looking at 5 years. It's a felony charge. They're trying to make me a felon, and they're going to send me to prison for 5 years, right? So they charge assault of a police officer, disorderly conduct, menacing, and resisting arrest. Those are the 4 charges, right? I got 4 charges. Some of these folks, the people that was like raping this poor 18-year-old, they only got 2 charges: first-degree sodomy and assault. The prisoners who was raping. So they only get 2 charges, and they were straight up criminal, okay? I was just walking down the street. They're plain clothes, vehicular homicide. If we're going to be as ridiculous as them, they about ran me over with their car. They're doing U-turns, oh, look at us, we're fucking crazy-ass drivers. We're a bunch of white trash assholes. Get the fuck out of the road. We do as the fuck as we want to do. And so they about run my ass over, and then they jump out and proceed to beat me up because, they say, get the fuck out of the road, and I told them to fuck you. It was that was the moment where they sped around, stopped the car in front of me to where I couldn't continue walking, and jumps out the car. They was looking for a fight. They wanted to do me damage, and that's what they got. My point is, all these folks who do heinous crimes are going away for free, and then they got me. They got me with menacing. And menacing, like, it's not menacing to try to run a motherfucker over. It's not menacing to jump out in the middle of a fucking interstate looking for a fight. It's not menacing. You know what I mean? Like, menacing, it's very little. It's like disorderly conduct. But I feel like all 4 of my charges could be put on anybody. A cop comes up to you, just starts punching you, and if you do anything, you can get assault police officer, resisting, disorderly conduct, and menacing. And who's going to, not cooperate with that, right? The cop buddy is going to be there. There's 2 witnesses. Oh, we did this and we saw this, and we're a bunch of fucking lying assholes, and we don't care about truth or justice. We only care about our power. We don't care about protecting and serving the community. We only care about protecting Chase Bank and the corporate politicians. So if a cop is just starting to punch you, just pummel you, if you did anything, if you walk away so you don't get punched, you're going to get resisting arrest. If you restrain them and hold them, then assault a police officer, right? So if a cop just starts wailing on you, there is absolutely nothing that a person could do. And I think that's ridiculous. If he just starts wailing on you and you was to do something, menacing, disorderly conduct, assault of a police officer, and you know, the other one. So you have, and I've heard police officers just doing that, just like sitting there pushing a motherfucker. Just, what you gonna do now, huh, punk? What you gonna do now? And that's what Brent Caldwell out of Gallatin County, that's what he does. You know, that's what he does. He also the one that arrested Marie Helms, peaceful protester against taxing, and the same man that also murdered that homeless man, right, in the park. So, you know, that's what he's doing. He's going around picking fights. I'm the fucking baddest motherfucker around here, and what you going to do about it? And, you know, they set the example. The police officers set the example by going around just beating up anybody. That's anarchy, and that's what we have right now. We have absolute, complete anarchy. They're unaccountable, and they do as the fuck as they please without any accountability. So people, I would feel safer without any police. Let's start protecting ourselves, and we would start caring about each other. If somebody is robbed on this block, then we band together and we get these fucking robbers, right? That's, as a community, we stand up together. And people go, oh, that's anarchy. It's anarchy now. They run around with, you know, a badge and a gun, and they're killing people, beating people up. They're raping people in, you know, Grant County, 2003, so it's 10 years ago. But I mean, these are serious charges. These are serious things that people do. So let's get to some of these news stories. There's this one video that I want to take a look at and sort of just describe what I'm watching here. And maybe you might hear some of the sounds in the background. So I don't know where this is at. So the cop told there's a vehicle, they're at a gas station, he's got his baton, bam, he's fucking hitting dude, fucking hitting him, bam, just hitting him on the head, bam, right? And then all of his buddies, oh, he's got his baton, he's going to hit him again, oh, boom, got him again, boom, got him again, oh, hit him again. Oh man, I bet he's got a fucking boner right now, getting off to this shit, hitting a motherfucker on the ground. Motherfucker ain't doing shit. All he said was shut up to the cop. And this is all in the video. I'm not sure exactly where this is at, right? So he's pepper sprayed. And then he just got pepper sprayed. And this is all from a car that's behind this car. It's at a gas station, at a Shell gas station, and it's a vehicle that has 3 of his friends all standing around. So, you know, you've seen these kids, these fucking white motherfuckers with a pop collar, and they thinking they cool and they badass and shit. So you got 3 or 4 of them that are going out clubbing and shit, stop to get some fucking gas, cop is fucking with them, and then he doesn't like the way the cop is talking to him and tells him to shut up. Oh, you gonna tell me shut up, boy? Now I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. You're gonna get your ass kicked for saying shut up? Do the cops know anything about the Bill of Rights? The Bill of Rights was passed about 200 years ago, right after the American Revolution. And the Bill of Rights, the very First Amendment, so you're wrong, Mary Beth Flynn. The First Amendment is freedom of speech. You're allowed to say what the fuck you want to say. He can say fuck you to that cop, and that cop should actually protect his right to say that. Now, you're disturbing, you know, usually disturbing the peace or some shit if he's just yelling and carrying on and shit. But fuck you, that's quick. That's immediate. That's instant. That doesn't hurt nobody. That's not a beating. That's not a baton over your fucking head and shit. So, freedom of speech. He tells the guy shut up, and he's getting his fucking ass kicked. And all of his buddies, all of his white pop fucking collar friends, you know, oh, I'm badass, I'm fucking pop collars, you know. We're gonna hang out and take on the town and shit. They all just watching. They're all just sitting around watching his friend, you know, and the cop was like basically just barely pulls him, and then he just falls on the ground. He even like grabs his like ass, he grabs the fucking belt on the back of it, and then when the guy's on the ground, he just hits him about 6 times. Bam, 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 and then pepper sprays the guy. He's on the fucking ground. There's no threat whatsoever to this police officer, but the cop's got a badge, he's got a baton, and you respect me, boy, no matter what the fuck I do. It's absolutely wrong. It's absolutely insane. Cops are absolutely out of control. It's bullshit how they do this. It's a video. You can check it out online somewhere. I don't even know what you would need to type because it doesn't say where it's from. Cop savagely beats up a young man for telling him to shut up. And that's it. You know, all you have to do is just challenge a fucking fascist, molester, oppressor's authority, and then that motherfucker goes ballistic. How dare you question me? How dare you tell me to shut up? You're going to tell me to shut up? I'm the one yelling at you, and I'm bossing you around like you a bitch, and you going to tell me to shut up? And that's crazy. That's another interesting thing. In America, say fuck, ass, cunt, piss, shit, motherfucker, cocksucker, tits. You can't say none of those words, right? Oh my God, out of polite society, how dare you? You know, you gotta be, you know, civil. You gotta put on the civil front, right? But if somebody gives you a direct order, you know, go sit over there, go do this, be my bitch, bitch. Go over there and sit in that fucking corner. A cop is like, hey, give me your license. The one cop was sitting there harassing that homeless dude, eventually kills him. He was sitting there saying, put your hands on the knees, put your hands on the legs, put your hands on the knees, put your hands on the knees, just giving him all these different fucking orders. And so he's trying to do all of it. The cop is just doing it to confuse the fucker and in order to kick his ass. That's all they want to do with them. That was their point. They're sadistic fucking psychopaths who get pleasure out of beating innocent people up who's lying on the ground, apparently. And they beat the shit out of this homeless guy, and they beat the shit out of this fucking young white male who's, you know, who knows what the fuck they was even stopped for. They're at a gas station. Like, what is the cop even doing, you know? And then you see, like, all of his white buddies doing what the cops say, getting his shit, and then he takes them away, and then that's it. They're you know, all of his, he was a driver, so now you got three of his friends just kind of stand around his car, and he's fucking gone, you know? So that's America. There's no freedom here. Freedom of speech. What freedom of speech? You can't say shut up. You know, that's what I was trying to say about the whole direct orders. Telling somebody a direct order like they're a bitch is more offensive than any cuss word out there. Go sit over there. Fuck you. In fact, actually, what I want to say, go sit over in that chair. Kiss my ass, suck my dick, you stupid ass bitch fucking cop. I'm your bitch just because you tell me what to do, you know what I mean? Like, that's bullshit. It's bullshit. And that's what people expect. People say, well, all he did was just tell you to go sit over there. You know, why didn't you just do it? Because I'm a freedom-loving American? I don't just fucking consent to any motherfucker just bossing me around? I'm not some motherfucker, no other man's bitch. But cussing at somebody, fuck you, that seems to be like, oh my God, he's cussing. Oh my God, he's cussing. But being treated like a bitch, order this, order that. In fact, the people that like give you direct orders, it almost makes me like feel bad that I even learned fucking English. Sorry, no comprendo mi amigo. I don't know what the fuck you saying. So, you know, like, was I only taught English just to be a bitch to any of these fucking molester or oppressing, fascist, fucking psychopath, unempathetic, no anxiety fucktards? Is that why I was put on this planet, just to be their bitch? No, we are the new slaves. Kanye is right. He's talking about rich people problems, but we got wage slaves here, and it's obedience. Americans are very obedient. There's very little freedom here in America. Try to get right in the back of a truck. See what happens to you. Try to drive without a seatbelt. See what happens to you. Try to go into the middle downtown park, public park, theoretically, and sell something. Sell some books. Go down there, have some books for sale. See what happens. See what happens. Freedom in America. Haiti's got more freedom than America has. And that's because their political situation is chaotic. But it's also because there's lots of poor people and there's lots of things going on. And people, when you have, you know, people kind of come together, they understand that fuck the drama, fuck the petty bullshit. If somebody's getting beat up or there's a shooting, yes, come on, authorities, come and do your thing. But if motherfuckers are just getting by through their day, you know, it's unnecessary. Cops create problems where they don't arise. They're the initiators. And, again, they serve as the example. If cops are getting in your face, like a Brent Caldwell, and they're pushing you and threatening you and, you know, basically saying, I'm a badass, what you going to do? Is that how we're supposed to act? Is that what we're supposed to do? You don't like somebody, so you just start pushing on them. What you going to do? You ain't going to do shit. And then what happens when they do shit, you know? There was one scene I saw in a riot. There was a cop that was just wanting to beat up on some protesters, and then another protester does a drop kick. And then the cop, like, stumbles back and falls over, and then he gets out of the way. That's the golden rule. That's an eye for an eye. That motherfucker was kicking some poor innocent motherfucker's ass just in front of everybody, this whole crowd of people, but somebody actually did something about it and put the violence that he was putting on others onto him. And then when they did that, then the cop gets out of the situation and the guy that's getting beat up isn't getting beat up no more. In this situation where this poor, you know, white kid's getting beat up, all his friends are just staring at him and watching. And I get it. I mean, like, you get 5 years in prison if you try to do anything to a police officer. And so what really can we do? You know, our hands are kind of tied. Only in that situation where there's tons of protesters and there's somebody in the middle. But even then, you know, even then they might say, get videotape and like, oh, that was that guy that did that, and then try to throw charges on you. So the an eye for an eye, I think that's legit. You know, he's just sitting there beating the fuck, just wailing on this motherfucker with a baton, just assaulting the shit out of him. And yes, he deserves justice as eye for an eye. So that police officer should be on the ground, and they should just beat the shit out of him with a baton and pepper spray his ass. That's justice.